Now here's the catch. I can get anybody sober. It's fucking easy. We used to just take people to my Joshua Tree house and 4 of us against one little weakling drug addict. There's nothing they can do. Fuck you, sit down. Fuck you, sit down. Okay, let's take a walk. And we walk around in the desert. So it's easy to get somebody off of drugs. You just need to contain them, however you do it, in a fancy rehab or in a Joshua Tree house 15 miles from civilization, where you're what's called sitting on the person. You can always get sober, right? Staying sober, as we all know, it's really hard. When you get sober, you've got to start being aware of that. You have personality problems that are distorted, that you receive information incorrectly because of this personality problem. You can stay sober 4 or 5 years. You don't have to fucking look at trauma or any of that shit. Right? They start you in rehab because that's all they got to do. What else are they going to do? Well, you going to watch reruns of Brady Bunch or something? What are they going to do? They're going to talk about the shit that prevents you from staying sober. That's your personality, your trauma, your mental health, your coping skills, your ability to deal with life. But as long as you got all that shit bottled up inside you, you're going to inevitably go back to drinking if you don't become enlightened about it. I'm not saying you have to solve it. That's the myth of treatment, is you're going to solve this shit, being abused as a kid, being an asshole, being a narcissist. You're going to solve all this in 90 days? Are you fucking kidding me? That's just an insurance hustle. No, you're going to become enlightened about it. How it so profoundly is who you are, how you view the world, and it's a fucked up thing to be and a fucked up way to view the world. So you've got to change who you are, what goes on inside you, and how you view the world. That's a long journey. Still to this day, I mean, I have 2 kids that I love, and I live in a nice place, and I'm pretty comfortable, and I get to do what I want. Still in the back of my mind, it's like, pretty equal to dope, really. Sometimes I pass people that I know are heroin addicts on the street and they're begging for change or whatever, and I always think there's a little bit of envy in my heart for that, how they get to get high every day, all day long. And I gotta go to work and I gotta pay taxes and I gotta do this and I gotta do that, and things ping up on my phone where I'm supposed to be somewhere I didn't even know I was supposed to be. Like, there's a part of every drug addict that's like, fuck that. Drugs are freedom. A friend of mine that we got sober together, and then he relapsed after 5 years, and then I got sober again, and we've been sober, 25 of the last 28 years together. And he said, dude, do you think we would have made it if there was fucking Oxycontin and Suboxone? He goes, I don't think I ever would have gotten sober if I could be on Suboxone. But that was just so unacceptable to the sober community when we were battling it. It's so unacceptable, right? To be on, it wasn't Suboxone then, but there was methadone. And to be on methadone was really to be a lop. It was less than. And now we're supposed to act like Suboxone is equal to sobriety and thriving. I'm sorry, it's not. It's surviving. It's you're not gonna die. I'm glad you're not gonna die. At some further point, everybody says they're going to get off of it, but how do you get off of it? There's only a few people I know that have gotten off of it, and they've only gotten off of it by going back on heroin, I'll tell you the truth.